Hey everyone, my name is Kassandra Cameron and this is my submission to the coronavirus documentary. We are reporting live from Brampton at 2:12 a.m. on 4/20, April 20th, because what is sleep during COVID-19? I live in Brampton, unfortunately. For the most part, I actually grew up in New Brunswick and lived in Ottawa for a bit, but in Brampton for the last 5 years. Don't hold it against me. So I've been working in the transportation business for many years. I've run a limo service for at least 5 years full-time, and I've actually become the owner of it as of recently. And other than that, I run a cannabis brand at Blow Smoke Canada. Other than that, I just help a couple people with their content and just some social media management. So when did it become real for me? Alarms, red flags kind of started going off on March 13th, Friday, March 13th, when my mom called me in a bit of a panic for me to book a flight that day. I was in Florida, in Fort Lauderdale to be specific, visiting family, and Trudeau got on the TV and started talking about closing the borders, and my mom almost had a frenzy. She wanted me to come back that same day. So after hearing what he had to say, I figured I had a few days before I had to get home. And I had another friend in Florida as well, so I checked in with her, saw what she was feeling, and she wanted to hear nothing of it. Nothing could make her book a flight early to get back home. And let's be real, I was not leaving the sun to go back to cold ass Toronto, Brampton, whatever. There was still snow on the ground. I was not coming home early for the virus. It dies in the heat, right? So I would have been better off there, right? Anyhow, although it was real that day, it became real that day, it was not serious enough for me to hop on a plane and get back right away. So it's actually when I got to the airport Sunday night that it really sunk in. The lineup was like nothing I've ever seen before for baggage drop. I was already checked in. It should have been a quick ting. No, it took 45 minutes just to get through the baggage, like the first line. That should be quick. So everyone it was just a weird feeling. Parents were super irritable with their kids. They were just like screaming about everything. It was a bunch of old people, obviously, because Florida's just filled with retirees, and so they were super cute, just making sure their masks were on and they had their Lysol wipes. And then there's me with my regular winter gloves and my cheap bottle of wine that I poured into a plastic bottle of water so I could stay sane during these lineups. So that's when it really got real. At the airports is where I really saw like a different energy about it. So that's where it really sunk in. Other than that, I would have to say every day it hits me on a different level when I see the death tolls. I have a certain empathy, or I just really feel strongly, and my heart really goes out to everyone that's lost someone during this time. I actually lost my father a couple months ago, and every day I thank God and I'm grateful that it was then and it's not now. I can only imagine not being able to go see him in the hospital, not being able to be by his side 24/7, not being able to hug him in his final moments. I saw something on Instagram about a doctor that went into a room for a patient that was COVID positive, and he did a video chat with his family, and those were his final moments. His family got to be with him, luckily, for his final moments over video chat. My heart honestly breaks anytime I think about it. That's been the realest thing for me, really, truly. How have my habits been affected during COVID-19? Okay, so my habits have been pretty out of whack, not just because of COVID-19, but the last 6 to 8 months. Like I said, I lost my father. He was really sick for a long time, and it got really detrimental in the last year. So I've been home a lot. I've been working from home. I've been home every day. So being home every day right now is really not that big of a difference for me. My regular life has been working from home and being home every day, all day, except like gym and going out to work out. So there's really no difference to me. I'm chilling. But what I have been doing while at home, I've been smoking a lot. So I hadn't been practicing much self-care lately, but my girls created a virtual workout group, so we've been working out together 5-6 times a week. I make my bed every day, cooking a lot more at home, and just working on my eating habits. Otherwise, I've been super productive working on the house, so I inherited my dad's house, and I've just been repainting and getting it ready to put up on the market to rent. And yeah, one thing I have to say is homeownership is bullshit. It really is, guys. Unless you're really ready for a home, and I suggest having a partner, it's a bitch. Sorry. You might want to blurb that out, but anyways, off topic. Other than the essentials, what other stuff were on my grocery list? So thankfully my godmother was staying at my house while I was away in Florida, and I was gone for a few weeks. So all I asked for was cheese, bananas, peanut butter, bread, salad stuff, and lots of veggies, and toilet paper because we were running out. How prepared would you say I was? Definitely not prepared. I didn't panic at all. I just followed the advisories. The only thing I found really hard was just not touching my face, because we all do it. Like, I want to touch my face now. Obviously, I'm at home. I can do it. But in an airplane and stuff, I'm definitely used to just touching my face. I think we all are. So just trying to maneuver in my hood and doing all those kind of things to stay vigilant. I think was as prepared as I could have been. I had my wipes, that kind of thing. I'm really just thankful my godmother was at the house. The only thing I really needed to prepare was to have food at the house so I could eat, because I had to be on quarantine for 2 weeks. I couldn't go out, so thank God for her. She got me prepared. Where do you think COVID-19 came from? Alright, y'all. So on the low, I'm right there with the whack jobs and the conspiracy theorists. I think it's man-made. I think either it was released on purpose and, it kind of got out of hand. But, I definitely think, someone fucked up somewhere. This is not the first instance we've seen China, do mandatory, not even mandatory, just population reduction, however it happens. So yeah, I don't know. Say what you want. It's the bats, it's whatever. I think someone messed up. What do you think is gonna change as a result of Corona? I don't know if business is gonna go back to normal. I don't think there will be the normal that we were used to. I think there might be a new normal relatively similar to what we knew, but I think every business will have to make adjustments. I think every business will have to develop a contingency plan to be able to work solely online or, majoritarily online. I don't think a lot of people were prepared for this. I really don't. So in terms of the environment, I do think we are seeing positive results of us being inside, of people being inside. And I think the world is being rejuvenated right now. Throughout all my travels, when I went to Mexico, I saw that not every day can everyone drive. So certain days, certain license plates are restricted from driving because there's such dense population, and obviously it creates lots of pollution. But I think even here, although we don't have such dense population, I think the positive effects that we're seeing in the environment are going to have such a huge effect that certain days are going to be dedicated to staying inside, or some restrictions like Mexico, like certain days you can't drive, or certain days we don't go out, or I think there's going to be more focus on the environment and elongating the life of the planet. What are some of the funniest things online or otherwise that you've seen in response to the virus? So obviously we've all seen the memes online. If you're not online, get on it. If Instagram is good for one thing, it's laughs during this COVID-19. But when I go out and see people dressed like this is everyday attire now. What? Is this really regular attire? This is everyday attire now? This is everyday attire now? So y'all can find me at Cass with a K, Kass .Cameron, Cameron, on Instagram, and on Facebook it's Cass Marie, but I'm never on there, and Kassandra Cameron on LinkedIn. This was the coronavirus documentary. Hey guys, my name is Kassandra. No, not hey guys. Other than working on me, I've been doing no